The football is presented by South Point Bank. South Point Bank, pointing you forward. And brought to you in part by Piggly Wiggly, local since forever. Chick-fil-A, Vestavia Hills. We didn't invent the chicken, just the chicken sandwich. Full Moon Barbecue, Patton Chapel Road, the best little pork house in Alabama. Century Heating, Air Plumbing, and Electrical. Comfort systems for your home, office, or industry. Noto Promotions, the official outfitter of the Rebel Spirit Store. Andrews Sports Medicine, official medical trainers of Rebel Athletics. Meineke, doing car care right. Donato's Pizza.
Welcome, Rebels, to another wonderful Friday night from Buddy Anderson Field.
And Richter Landscape Company.
For Vestavia and looking to get back on the winning track after last week's loss to Mountain Brook.
We help business owners finance the projects
it was a bit of a tough game last week. First, as most people would say, our first kind of real test. We looked not our best, but I do believe when saying not our best, we have a better, and we could have played better.
And for people who watched early on in the game, we showed signs of life. We played well. Our first drive was 14 plays, 69 yards, resulted in a touchdown, and we really couldn't find any more success. We could not run the ball last week. It's plain and simple as that. And then when we became one-dimensional, Mountain Brook kind of guessed what we were doing, and they had a really great playmaker in Stro Gibbs. And sometimes, the best player on the field can win you a game.
For sure. The run game, as you said, for Mountain Brook really was their key last week. And the thing with them
question
is,
about it.
just 3-yard gains, 4-yard gains that would eventually, ultimately go into a first down and really just wear down our defense.
Our defense played well. Cole Johnston had 15 tackles by himself, so that's incredible. Very quiet, MVP type of game. So he'll looking to continue that. And our front seven's dangerous, and as well as our safeties and defensive backs. But we got cut down on penalties last week. We had 3 15-yard penalties on third down stops that allowed Mountain Brook to keep driving, and one, if not both of their touchdown drives resulted from those penalties. So we got to cut those down.
I'm excited to see how the Rebels, respond tonight after, a physical, tough battle last week.
All right. So Shades Valley has elected to kick in the further the second half, and Vestavia will be receiving the ball in just a second. AJ and Peyton Walraven are back to receive the football. Shades Valley kicks the ball away. It's a good kick to the 5-yard line. Peyton picks up to return. Makes one move, but it's brought down at the 21-yard line. Good coverage from the Mounties. So the Rebels offense coming onto the field looking to put up some points and go back to their high-scoring ways.
I think the key in this game will be to watch the receivers. Receivers so far have been the biggest part, I think, of our offense. Because we've had, great blocks from Chandler Merrill, Peyton Walraven when we run the ball, and also some exceptional catches from them. Also, I want interested to see how fullback Landon East responds after, being injured 2 weeks ago and, having minimal play last week.
This, which is huge. We didn't run a belly play one time last week, and that's a play that can really usually pick up a lot of yards. As AJ makes a cut and gets up 9 yards, already probably the best run, or better than any run that we had last week. It was just that kind of a night. Mountain Brook has a stout D-line and linebacking core, led by Clark Griffin, All-State last year. Great linebacker that leads their defense. And Logan Brewer was all over the field on both sides of the ball. So 2nd and 1 for the Rebels at the 30-yard line. Eli drops back to pass, looking for Chandler, and the ball's a little short, and it's going to bounce one hop into Chandler's arms, incomplete.
Eli really didn't have a lot of time there to get rid of that ball.
Yeah.
Defensive end came up quickly, flushed him out of the pocket, and we've seen Eli, really stay in and take some tough shots in the pocket. And he's really proved himself as a great pocket passer. So maybe that's where he's being more vulnerable, is outside that pocket.
No question about it. So 3rd and 1 for the Rebels. 11 minutes left to go in this first quarter. Big third down here. Want to keep the drive going. Eli in the I formation with Wilson Chandler to his right. Takes a snap. The pitches to AJ. He's got some running room. A lot to the 40, to the 50.
This quarter is presented with
He's going to
be
dropped at the 50-yard line. Big 20-yard run from AJ Powell.
Going back to what I said pregame, it's those receivers out there. Wells Watts, number 5, and number 37, Chandler Merrill, doing an exceptional job of blocking downfield, allowing AJ to have a lot of space to run.
AJ is limping off the sideline. was kind of hopping off, but still on his own feet. He should be fine, but he's just kind of walking it off right now. Teo Crawford, the junior running back, has checked into the game. Eli drops back to pass. Quick hitter to Chandler. Chandler turns upfield. He's going to pick up close to the first down. Probably about a yard short. Going to set the second down and 1 from the Shades Valley 41-yard line.
Very good route there run by Chandler. Giving it real hard, 5 yards off the ball, coming back, meeting his pass, and then really keeping his legs driving. As you said, almost get that first down. A great first down play.
Yeah, and we want to see those type of plays from Eli. They do it at the college level too. Just kind of get that quarterback warmed up, get him in a rhythm. Those quick, that was a little curl, 8-yard curl. Gets the drive going and sets up a nice second down and 2.
I feel like that's something we didn't really do last week, so it's good to see him doing it now.
Eli and I formation, pitches to Teo. There's some pressure from Shades Valley, but Teo's able to fight and pick up the first down. Going to be to the Shades Valley 37-yard line. That's where they're going to mark him down.
Good job there by Teo to see, wasn't going to be able to make the outside, but he could see he could get a few yards just enough for the first down, put his head down, hit that hole. Sure enough, gets the first down.
We haven't seen a lot from Teo Crawford. He's had some injuries and stuff, and AJ's a really good back and starter, but there's potential there. Mm-hmm. And also the third-string back, at least on the depth chart, Pierce Hanna, has a lot of potential to be a hard downhill runner. Eli drops back, fakes the handoff to Teo, is looking for Neese. Over the head of a Shades Valley defender. Almost read that play perfectly. Eli was just kind of throwing the ball away, didn't have anywhere to go.
A tough throw there. A nice, actually, play right there by the Shades Valley defender. Didn't really have much to do with it. Gambled to go in front and try to swat that ball away. And I think he really just kind of got in the way of Nice's vision.
Exactly.
So he would have gambled to miss. That's 6 for the Rebels.
Second down and 10 from the Mounties' 39-yard line. In the I formation, Chandler and I believe Wells are his receivers. That's Charlie Hughes, I believe, on the outside. So Eli pitches to Teo, and he's gonna fight actually and pick up more yards than I thought he was going to, and about 5 yards maybe. We set up third down and 5. Maybe third down and 7. Thought he got a little bit farther there. Mm-hmm. And that was Charlie Hughes checking in at number 6. Great receiver, junior receiver, who, a lot of senior receivers this year lead the receiving corps, and so when they all graduate, Charlie will have to step up, as well as a few others, to continue the great passing game that we have this year. So Eli sends Chandler in motion. Fakes the handoff to Teo, is looking for Chandler. He has Chandler open. Oh, just a little bit overthrown from Eli. Chandler was unable to run under it for the touchdown, and it's going to set up a 4th down and 7. And I believe they're going to be sending the punt team out there.
Even though that play was not executed as well as we had thought, at least the result of it was not great.
Yeah.
It was a nice play call. He saw lone coverage up at the top, just a 1-on-1 matchup at the top of your screen with Wells Watts and his defender. Sent Chandler in motion when he was able to find that crease out in the middle because there's really not
very similar play. Yeah,
mm-hmm.
And so hopefully that won't come back to bite us in this game. But 4th down and 7, Rebels are leaving their offense out on the field looking for an early conversion. Let's see what the Rebels can do here. He has Chandler. It's overthrown over Chandler's head. And so that is going to be a turnover on downs for the Rebels.
The right call there, just missed the throw.
Yeah.
Something that obviously can get ironed out, though.
Yeah, it's just the first drive, looking to get back and try to, play perfect after last week. And sometimes, that can put a little extra pressure on the players.
For sure. Let's see how the defense comes out here. After, as I said, just a really tough, brutal battle last week.
So Shades Valley comes out here. Shades Valley, sporting a stronger team from what I've heard, like you were saying earlier, than usual. Number 15 hands off to number 5. That is the running back, A.J. Williams, 12th grade, senior. Number 15, their quarterback is Earl Woods, who's listed as a freshman on our roster. Interesting. So that's a big deal. If he's a freshman out there playing quarterback for their team, which means it's a young quarterback,
big time.
And maybe the Rebels defense can take advantage of that. So Shades Valley hands it to number 5, who's going to believe is going to be marked short of the first down on the near line judge. So set it down a short 3rd down and 1 from the Mounties' own 44-yard line. Good run there by A.J. Williams.
Very good run. Good tackle, though, by number 32, Jermaine Harris, really flying in, meeting the running back, and taking his legs out to bring him down short of that first down.
Shays Valley sends a man in motion. Shays Valley takes the snap. It's a handoff to number 5, and he is going to pick up the first down, I believe. Good hard run from Shays Valley.
Very good play there. I believe that was number 16, Cole Johnson, flying in the backfield. Just missed that tackle.
Yeah.
Did disrupt the play, but as you said, it's enough for a first down.
Gonna need a big play. Big plays from the linebacking core tonight. Bryce Littleton is in at defensive end. So number 15 scrambles out, has a man, completes his pass, makes one man miss, makes another man miss. And good play there. Good throw and catch from Shays Valley. Going to pick up about 15 yards, take it down to the Savia's 38-yard line.
So far, I think what we've seen from Shays Valley is they've got a very athletic offense, a very athletic bunch, a very athletic team. It'd be interesting to see, scheme-wise and, how good are they skill-wise.
That was a good throw from the freshman Earl Woods.
So that'll be something to see kind of as the game moves on. Are they an established team, discipline-wise and athletic-wise?
Exactly. Looks like he's going to screen at number 2. Picks up one block, but is unable to make the second man miss. That is a great tackle. I believe that's going to be Colton Horn. Number 26? Yes, Colton Horn with a good tackle. Always been a great tackler since back when I used to play with him in middle school. Always takes out the legs. It's just never misses a tackle. Knock on wood. But one of his great talents on the defensive side of the ball. Shays Valley, second down and 10. It's a handout to number 5. He's being met in the backfield and held on, brought down by Jake Levant and Will White.
Great play there, you said, by Will White, just blowing up the hole immediately, meeting the running back right where he was supposed to go.
That's what Shays Valley does not want. They do not want third and long. They want third and short. So good play there by the Rebels defense.
You said it earlier. Nice throw on the last pass attempt by quarterback Earl Woods. So let's see, in a third and long situation, what he decides to do. Will they, give him an RPO, run pass option, or will they let him sit in the pocket, try to take a shot downfield?
Yeah, exactly. So we'll see what Shays Valley offense will do here. 5 minutes, 48 seconds left to go in this first quarter. I believe it's a fake to handoff number 2. 15 has some running room, and he's going to pick up the first down. Like you kind of say, RPO type of play there. MJ's calling the plays, and good run there by number 15.
That goes back to what I was saying about that athleticism. Having a running quarterback, really benefits, especially in this offense. Last week we saw Mountain Brook continuously with Stro Gibbs and their running back, I forgot his name, number 21.
Sam Higgins.
Sam Higgins. Yes, they ran a lot of those read options, and that really kind of wore down our defense. So it'll be interesting to see if Shades Valley continues to go to that play call.
So I think that was a water break called by the refs on the field, and that was much needed for the Rebels because they kind of need to get called over to the side and readjusted here because Shades Valley is running all over them.
This quarter is presented with limited commercial interruption courtesy of Full Moon Barbecue, located on the corner of Patton Chapel Road and Highway 31. Full Moon Barbecue, the best little pork house in Alabama. This quarter is presented with limited commercial interruption courtesy of Full Moon Barbecue, located on the corner of Patton Chapel Road and Highway 31. Full Moon Barbecue, the best little pork house in Alabama.
Not have to play from behind. So number 5, Wildcat formation, runs to the right, cuts up the field. It's going to be close to pick up another first down. Second down and 4 at inside the red zone now.
This Shades Valley team seems like they've come out with a lot of energy and almost a chip on their shoulder. I think that may have something to do, honestly, obviously playing a bit of a bigger, higher prestigious school in this stadium, and also being the homecoming game. I think it's kind of fun when the team schedules use the homecoming and you want to come out and be in the dog.
And spoil it, yeah.
For sure.
Well, that's what I want us to do next week. Big game against Trussell. Got to win that to get in the playoff. And as number 5 picks up a first down, another walkout formation. But there's a flag down, and hopefully that will be against the Mounties because that'll be A holding's a drive killer, man. Yep, there it is, holding.
I believe that holding may have gone on the offensive lineman trying to take on big number 73, Tate Tannehill. I saw him go down near the pile, but not towards the tackle, so.
No. So almost like an unnecessary holding call, which really kills the Mounties' momentum.
Mm-hmm. 4 minutes, back 10 yards.
4 minutes, 46 seconds. But what I was saying is, we're Trustful's homecoming next week, and there's nothing I love more to go in there, pick up a huge region win, propel us back into the playoff race, and to spoil their homecoming. I mean, it's a dream come true. So Shades Valley with an important second down play here to try to pick up the yards they just lost. Woods takes the handoff. It's a speed option play, but it is red, and it is going to be pushed out of bounds.
Terrific read there from Bryce Littleton. Really just, eyeing the quarterback, but giving him enough room to where if the quarterback decided to pitch it, as he did, he's able to go out and pursue the ball. And if he was not to pitch it, he's right in position to make the tackle. Exceptional play by Bryce.
And Jay, Sam, and Cole were all over that to push him out of bounds. So big third down here for the Mounties early in this game. That's a huge penalty because it's a first down, almost first and goal. Instead, you're facing a 3rd down and 10 from the 23-yard line. And I don't know what kind of field goal kicker they have, but you, as a underdog, you want touchdowns. You do not want to settle for field goals, especially against this Rebels offense. So Wood takes the snap. It's a handoff number 5, and he has nowhere to run. Big tackle from the Rebels defense. Going to push him back another 5 yards to the Rebels' 29-yard line.
Interesting of that play call. It's the exact same kind of play call that ran the last 3rd down, except it was a quarterback keeper up the middle. Maybe trying to throw the Rebels defense off by maybe making it look at the same play, but instead, trying to give a give to the outside.
My thinking is, I'm thinking they don't have a kicker because they're not going for it, and then that's a play that lots of times offenses will run. They pick up hopefully 4 or 5 yards and set up a shorter 4th down, but instead it set up a longer 4th down because I think they were knowing it's 4 down territory, so let's try to instead of places try to pick up some yardage, but unable here. So 4th down for Shades Valley, looking to put up some early points against the Rebels, but Rebels defense needs to make a stop here. Rebels bring some pressure, but it's blocked well protected. He has nowhere to run, and it is just lost it up there out of bounds.
The late flag comes in.
Late flag, and oh my goodness, that ball's uncatchable. It cannot be against the Rebels.
I would agree with you what you just said there about the ball being uncatchable.
Unless it's like defensive holding or something, because the pass interference, that ball's uncatchable. The refs are talking about it. I can't take another penalty. All the penalties last week almost killed me. So it's going to be defensive holding against the Rebels. That's going to be an automatic 1st down, I believe. The chain guy has no idea what he's doing. All right, and he's moving now. And it's going to be...
So it will be a 4th down again.
So it's just a 4th down, and college just an automatic 1st, but I guess. So it's still 4th down, so another 4th down play the Rebels have to defend. So 4th down for the Mounties. Stavia looking for another stop. Yeah, there's some confusion on the field. I trying to keep you updated. I don't know. I think they're allowing substitutions from both teams, and now the ref blows his whistle.
Let's see if they try to get Woods, to a corner, maybe an RPO.
Yeah, I would say
try to get him to create some
space. I would say
space.
Give Woods as many options to make a play as possible. You don't want to run up the middle against this Rebels defense.
Here it is.
He rolls out, he finds some pressure, and he makes a bullet throw to his receiver that was open. That was number 17, I believe, on the catch. That's Cameron Thomas, senior receiver. And so a lot of seniors making plays, and those are the teams that are sneaky. You have a lot of players who have played together for 4 years, and you throw in a playmaker like Woods, and they can really click and play well.
For sure.
So that's a 1st and goal for the Mounties at the Rebels' 9-yard line. Fortunate for the Rebels, it's a long 10 yards. Number 5 runs up the middle. Nothing going. He's still fighting, and he fumbled the ball.
Fortunate as Chase Valley was able to recover that ball. I'm surprised they didn't call his forward progress stopped.
Yeah, I don't know why they let him keep running, but we'll take it. He loses about 10 yards. But honestly, I don't know if that's really that good because I feel like Shades Valley wants to take advantage of space and open field. And when you're down close, we can guard that. But from here, it's almost a more favorable position for them.
With the exception of that one third down keeper from Woods that resulted in a first down, the Rebels have done an excellent job stopping the run game. Our front seven has been all over it.
I was honestly expecting 3 passes even at first down and 10 because I just didn't think that they were going to get a bunch of yards, and of course they lose 10. So Woods brings number 5 in the backfield. It's a handoff to him again, and he finds some space. He keeps running, puts a stiff arm down, keeps moving, and it's to set up a 3rd down and goal from the Rebels' 5-yard line. So, I mean, just as I was saying that, they pick up a big run, good, strong run from A.J. Williams. So it's going to be 3rd down and goal from the Rebels' 6-yard line. Rebels looking to get a big stop here. See what the young playmaker Woods can do here. Rebels defense needs to stop. Honestly want to see some pressure from Jake and Cole. It's a fake handoff to quarterback keeper, and he is going to be stopped, but picks up a couple more yards and set up the 4th down a little bit closer, which I think, and there's an injured, a Mountie slow to get up. I think he's going to be okay.
Interesting that's the play call they've gone to, I think, seemingly almost every 3rd down now is just that, sweep read option, essentially.
So a big play here from the Rebels. If they can, Shades Valley is on a 14-play drive, only a minute left to go in the first quarter, and it's still 0-0, and the Rebels touched the ball 1 time. I did not expect that. So Mountie's taking their time. I think they're taking time on what play they want to run as the clock winds down. Play clock's at 3. They're going to take a timeout and think it over, which makes sense because this is a big play. Because if the Rebels can get a stop here, be like nothing happened. I mean, obviously the Mounties offense will be feeling a little bit of excitement. But we're going to take a word from our sponsors while this timeout happens.
This quarter is presented with limited commercial interruption courtesy of Full Moon Barbecue, located on the corner of Patton Chapel Road and Highway 31. Full Moon Barbecue, the best little pork house in Alabama.
So big 4th down here for both teams. The Rebels, I think, he's going to stop here. They can erase, this drive, really. So Woods sends his running back in motion, giving an open backfield. He rolls out to his left, looks for a man. He has a man. Oh, it's intercepted! Great play by Cole Johnston.
Exceptional coverage there by the defense. There was just nothing, and you could see it. And, what's his body language, that there was nothing there. Defense had, both, those little crossing routes snuffed it.
And so, he had to make a play.
Nothing going.
The quarterback has to make that play. He has to throw that ball. It doesn't matter if it's an interception or not. But great play by Cole. And like I said, Cole, great game last week. Already has a tackle and an interception. So Rebels backed up against their goal line. Eli in the I formation, pitches to AJ. AJ, a little bit of miscommunication from the Rebels, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds. After getting a yard, don't know what happened there. He's second down at 9.
And Teo Crawford now runs into the game. He's going to replace AJ. Good to see AJ, running back full speed after he came out, a little gimpy on the last drive.
So Rebels still backed up. Teo in the game. And let's see if the Rebels can pick up first down, or at least get out of the way of their own end zone. Eli pitches to Teo. Teo cuts outside. It's going to be tackled by the Mounties defense. Nothing going there. Going to set up a long third down with 20 seconds left to go in this first quarter. If I'm the Rebels, I expect them to just kind of run out this clock and reevaluate this last play.
For sure.
8 seconds left. They're not going to have time to get this play off. So at the end of the first quarter, it is 0-0. Rebels have a third down and 7 from their own 7-yard line.
We'll be back in a moment. Courtesy of Century Heating, Air, Plumbing, and This quarter is presented with limited commercial interruption courtesy of Full Moon Barbecue, located on the corner of Patton Chapel Road and Highway 31. Full Moon Barbecue, the best little pork house in Alabama. This quarter is presented with limited commercial interruption courtesy of Full Moon Barbecue, located on the corner of Patton Chapel Road and Highway 31. Full Moon Barbecue, the best little pork house in Alabama. This quarter is presented with limited commercial interruption courtesy of Century Heating, Air, Plumbing, and Electrical, conveniently located in Vestavia Hills. Century Heating, Air, Plumbing, and Electrical has been providing 24/7 services to the Birmingham metro area for over 35 years.
At South Point Bank, our goals are simple. We help business owners finance the project. Vestavia football is presented by South Point Bank. South Point Bank, pointing you forward. And brought to you in part by Piggly Wiggly, local since forever. Chick-fil-A, Vestavia Hills.
Rebels have a long third down, looking to convert, keep the drive alive without punting back to the dangerous Shays Valley offense. Eli draws back to pass. He has his man Chandler, and the pass is dropped, and it's going to be incomplete, and the Rebels are going to have to punt from their own end zone. So, not a strong start from Vestavia's offense. Going to have to, they also started, in their own end zone. It limits your play calling ability, but that's probably should have been a first down conversion.
For sure. A dangerous place to punt the ball is, punter Matthew Means is really just pinned against his own goal line.
He's got to catch it. He can't drop it, fumble it, take his time. He's got to get that kick away. So no pressure from Shays Valley. They elect not to bring pressure, but it's a wobbly punt, and it's going to go to bounds at the Rebels' 40-yard line. So about a 48-yard punt. And it's tough to expect your punter to kick it any farther than that from when he's standing at the back of the E in the end zone.
For sure. It's interesting, not a lot of life, as you can tell, on the Rebels bench, the Rebels sideline. Let's see if the defense can come up, make a big play here, really turn things around and get the team going and get the fans going.
We need one. We got to. I'm proud, some of my friends just got here, so senior support and coming to the last homecoming, because it's not a huge student section. And so there's not a huge crowd here. So the Rebels need to make some plays to get whoever's here into it. So Cole makes a good stop there. Instead of a second down and 10, no gain. So no gain on the play. Rebels defense needs to get 3 and out here, because if Shays Valley gets a drive going again, they might put it in the end zone. They got down to our 5-yard line.
Mm-hmm.
15 sends number 24 in motion. Woods fakes. It's a little quarterback keeper, and he's going to be brought down hard by Cole and Jake Levant.
Cole Johnson really seems like he has an absolute chip on his shoulder. Maybe taking the game last week personally. Yeah. He's really come out, starting off this game.
So Jake kind of playing a little bit of a hybrid
fast.
DN linebacker, dropping off a lot tonight, and kind of playing that middle linebacker role because Wilson is – I forgot that Wilson's out of this game. Suffered an injury last week, and I was told he's going to be in a limited role or out. So Jake is in there at linebacker with Bryce Littleton stepping up and playing defensive end, future starter for the Rebels defense. So Wood sends his man in motion, number 11. It's a little tunnel screen, almost intercepted by Bryce Littleton. Good play to get his hand on the ball.
You just highlighted Bryce. You know, he started off in that first drive. He played really well. You know, had that great containment on that option. There makes a great play, reading the quarterback's eyes.
Comes from a very athletic family.
That's an understatement there.
Yeah.
Great family, too.
One of the best English teachers I've ever had. Actually had a freshman year, honors English. So Shades Valley to punt. Good stop there by the Rebels. Really needed that. Not a whole lot of the clock taken off because we need to score some points. So the snap is kind of high. It's kind of a pooch punt, and it's going to bounce and be stopped by the Shades Valley punt coverage team at the Rebels' 14-yard line. So in the battle of field position, Shades Valley is winning, but it's still 0-0, and the Rebels need to get a drive going here.
For sure. And really the run game hasn't been there, but I can't really say the pass game has either. So it'll be interesting to see the play calling called here and which option can open up this Rebels offense.
And just some confidence back to our boys, They haven't scored in 4 quarters now. So really 4.5 because we scored on that first drive of the Mountain Brook game. So they want to see some points on the board. We want to see some points on the board. So Eli takes the snap. The handoff is to AJ. There's a flag down already. So I'm assuming it's going to be against the Rebels. And so it's already backing the Rebels up. Pfeiffer is coming in for Nice, number 22. Joe Pfeiffer, the senior fullback. So it's going to push the Rebels back to a 1st and 15 now from their 10-yard line. Just not what you wanted to start. You got to start drive positively, and now we're already behind the chains. First and 15, AJ and Joe Pfeiffer in the backfield. Wells and I believe Chandler are the 2 receivers. Eli sends Chandler in motion. I expect a pass here. It's a pass. Oh. He's looking for Pfeiffer. There's a penalty down. It's going to be on Trotman, but I wonder who it's going to be against.
And that flag did come in late, so that could be holding, but it also could be something such as hands to the face.
Yeah, it looked like it was the judge, near where Trotman caught that pass, and it's going to be against the Rebels. And so, that almost hurts more to see a big play taken off than, to ever happen. And so penalties, once again, killing the Rebels. Going to be first down and forever for the Rebels at their own 6-yard line or 5-yard line. Just not what you wanted to see there. So Eli lines up in the I formation. Probably got to run the ball. To be honest, try to get, out of your own end zone. The pitch is to AJ. AJ bounces outside, but is brought down for a loss on the play. Going to be a long 2nd down.
The Shades Valley front 7 has done a very good job so far containing the run. We have a total of, how many rush yards? Not many.
Not many, no.
A total of 47 yards right now, if that speaks to anything.
It's just weird, This is not the Rebels offense we saw the first 3 weeks of the season. And hopefully we'd get back on a good track. Long 2nd down and 20 from our own 5-yard line. Eli drives back to pass. He has his man Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer catches the ball and moves upfield, and there's no penalties on the play. So going to be 3rd down and 14, which is a good play there because Pfeiffer picking up those 7 yards, sets up a manageable 3rd down. Not where we want it, but it is definitely achievable.
For sure. Looks like they're going to send Wells into the game in replacement of Peyton. I do expect a pass here from the Rebels.
Yeah, I'd be shocked if it's anything but that. Pfeiffer and AJ line up, split to each side of Eli. Eli takes the snap, is looking for his receiver. He finds Chandler, and that pass is completed. Chandler makes one-man miss, two-man miss, and the ball is out, and it's a fumble. Hopefully they're going to call him down.
Oh, they're going to call him down.
Perfect, because I don't know if he was, so we'll take it. From where I was looking, that defender came out of nowhere and looked like he might have stripped the ball out, but good call from the refs.
For sure. And going back to kind of what I said earlier, Eli just looked really comfortable there, just sitting in the pocket, going through his progression, and finds Chandler down the middle of the field, delivers a perfect ball.
And they haven't really connected for a big play like that in unordinary long time. So they needed that play there because Chandler is probably, I consider him our most dangerous receiver. So Eli drops back to pass. He's looking for, I believe that's Peyton this time. Peyton sure-handed makes the catch, and another first down for the Rebels.
Going back to what you just said, sure-handed, that's really a word that I think would describe this Rebel receiving core. We've seen some absolute great catches from Chandler and Peyton and Wells.
No doubt.
Charlie Hughes this year. So sure-handed is a great way to describe this Rebels receiving core.
Homecoming plans, it is. This year's been very complicated. Having the text during the middle of the game, trying to figure it out. I know what you're doing. It's all right. Eli drops back to pass, finds Neese. Neese cuts upfield. There's a lot of green space in front of him, and he makes another first down. Rebels passing attack back in full force, exactly what we needed, going back to what scored all those points earlier in the season.
You can just tell right now the Rebels are in a groove. Eli just, sitting back, making easy little short passes, getting the receivers, and obviously fullback now in space, able to create
that's
plays.
What we need. This is throwing me back a couple weeks. This is what we needed. So 7 minutes left to go in the second quarter. Rebels have the ball at the Shades Valley 38-yard line. Back-to-back-to-back first down plays, and that's just huge. Eli in the I formation, AJ in the backfield. Eli fakes the handoff to AJ, is under some pressure, and the ball is just going to be thrown incomplete. Good play there, just throw it away.
Smart decision.
Yeah, didn't want to force anything, and a good pressure from Shades Valley there, forcing Eli to throw incompletion. 6 minutes, 44 seconds left to go in the second quarter. Second down and 10 for the Rebels. Eli takes the snap, hands it off to AJ. AJ, good run, picks up 8 yards.
I like the decision for the Rebels to start going out of the shotgun a little bit more on this drive. I think it opens up a lot more play calling options, allows Eli to get back in the pocket and stay comfortable. And then as you see, when we go back in the shotgun most of the times, defense expecting a pass. AJ there gets a nice,
nice
about
stop.
7-8 yard run.
So third and 2 for the Rebels at the 30-yard line of Shades Valley. Big third down here. Rebels really need to pick it up and keep this drive going to get some points on the board. 6 minutes left to go in the second quarter. Eli pitches to AJ. AJ finds some pressure, running outside, and he is met from some elite speed by number 23. That is KT Turner, the sophomore linebacker. I thought AJ had the edge, and then out of nowhere, he just appeared.
Usually when AJ's getting going, he's obviously going to get the edge. He's usually the fastest guy on the field. And as you said, absolute speed displayed by KT Turner. Interesting to see what the Rebels decide to go for the play call here. I believe they're going to take a timeout and talk it over.
Good timeout. Good timeout. 4th and 4, we need it.
This quarter is presented with limited commercial interruption courtesy of Century Heating, Air, Plumbing, and Electrical, conveniently located in Vestavia Hills. Century Heating, Air, Plumbing, and Electrical has been providing 24/7 services to the Birmingham metro area for over 35 years.
Vestavia football is presented by South Point Bank. South Point Bank, pointing you forward. And brought to you in part by Piggly Wiggly, local since forever. Chick-fil-A Vestavia Hills, We didn't invent the chicken, just the chicken sandwich. Full Moon Barbecue, Patton Chapel Road, the best little pork house in Alabama. Century Heating, Air Plumbing, and Electrical. Comfort systems for your home, office, or industry. No-Toe Promotions, the official outfitter of the Rebel Spirit Store. Andrews Sports Medicine, official medical trainers of Rebel Athletics. Meineke, doing car care right. Donato's Pizza, every piece is important. And Richter Landscape Company, a proud sponsor of Rebel Athletics.
Time last year is his pass blocking and route running, like you said, and those are two things that are huge skills to his arsenal that allow him to be such a good receiver. So first down and 10 for the Rebels on the 20-yard line. Eli sends Chandler in motion to the left side of the field. It's a pitch to Teo. Teo runs the field, but he's met by a stout number 9 from the Shades Valley. That's Marlon Sewell, Jr., and Rebels have not found a whole lot of running room tonight. AJ has 37 yards, but 21 were on 1 carry, and Teo has 8 yards on 3 carries.
I really feel like their defensive ends, their linebackers are doing really seemingly having an easy job just getting to the outside where most of our runs are going and just being able to meet them at the line.
And the thing is why not throw the ball? We don't have to wait till 3rd and long to throw the ball. Just keep it going. Keep it dialing up passes and putting the Shades Valley on their back feet. So Eli drops back to pass, is under some pressure, but throws the ball, and it's in the end zone, and it's in and out of Peyton's hands. Peyton probably got his eyesight a little blocked by the Shades Valley defender jumping, but I know Peyton will want to have that one back because he knows he should have come down with that ball.
And a very good ball there by Eli, placing it right over the defender. And like you said, but it's a tough catch for Peyton, running full speed.
Yeah, that is not an easy play, but Peyton.
That's a catch he
Peyton
makes
expects to catch that
for sure.
Exactly. So 3rd down and 10 for the Rebels at the 20-yard line. I believe that's Neese and Teo are in the backfield. Chandler and Wells are the 2 receivers. Let's try to see if we can get Wells in the ball game. Obviously has the most height advantage. Looks for Chandler. That's pass interference, and Chandler still caught the ball with no flag. Wow. Well, good thing Chandler completed it because there definitely should have been a flag there.
For sure.
Or caught it. Wow.
Exceptional play. As I said it earlier, some sure hands from Chandler Merrill.
Exceptional play. Because I saw his jersey come off of his pads. We both did. So
and you can really tell that Eli has a lot of trust in Chandler because really looking at that play develop, there was no one really open. He just trusted that Chandler would be there.
Great throw by Eli, put it on the spot.
Very good throw.
We are going to take a pause for a second as there is a Shades Valley defender down. 4 minutes left to go in the second quarter. Rebels are driving.
This quarter is presented with limited commercial interruption courtesy of Century Heating, Air, Plumbing, and Electrical, conveniently located in Vestavia Hills. Century Heating, Air, Plumbing, and Electrical has been providing 24/7 services to the Birmingham metro area for over 35 years.
Vestavia football is presented by South Point Bank. South Point Bank, pointing you forward. And brought to you in part by Piggly Wiggly, local since forever. Chick-fil-A, Vestavia Hills. We didn't invent the chicken, just the chicken sandwich. Full Moon Barbecue, Patton Chapel Road, the best little pork house in Alabama. Century Heating, Air, Plumbing, and Electrical. Comfort systems for your home, office, or industry. No-Toe Promotions, the official outfitter of the Rebel Spirit Store. Andrews Sports Medicine, official medical trainers of Rebel Athletics. Meineke, doing car care right. Donato's Pizza, every piece is important. And Richter Landscape Company, a proud sponsor of Rebel Athletics.
And, if I was Neese, I'd be a little frustrated, too. The whistle's been called, you're getting driven back, and you've just come off an injury, and you don't want to be injured again. So I get the frustration.
Actually, they're going to give him a lot of forward progress there because Neese went down about 15 yards back from where that ball was spotted. Something they did not give the Shades Valley running back this goal line
you're right.
earlier in the game.
So second down and goal. Eli in I formation. The pitches to Teo. Teo picks up a couple good blocks, and that's an end zone. Touchdown, Rebels. Now that's sweet. That feels good. And there's some other extracurricular plays, getting a little chippy on the sideline or on the field. But great touchdown from Teo, and the Rebels needed that.
Going back to how you're saying that feels good. Obviously, it feels good to both you and me, but I think it feels really good to Teo.
Yeah, I know it feels good.
First touchdown of the season.
Yes.
He's been hurt. Nice to have him back.
Yes, big touchdown from Teo. So the extra point is up and good. So it is 7-0 Rebels. We'll take a break.
This quarter is presented with limited commercial interruption courtesy of Century Heating, Air, Plumbing, and Electrical, conveniently located in Vestavia Hills. Century Heating, Air, Plumbing, and Electrical has been providing 24/7 services to the Birmingham metro area for over 35 years.
Vestavia football is presented by South Point Bank. South Point Bank, pointing you forward. And brought to you in part by Piggly Wiggly, local since forever. Chick-fil-A, Vestavia Hills. We didn't invent the chicken, just the chicken sandwich. Full Moon Barbecue, Patton Chapel Road, the best little pork house in Alabama. Century Heating, Air, Plumbing, and Electrical. Comfort systems for your home, office, or industry. No-Toe Promotions, the official outfitter of the Rebel Spirit Store. Andrews Sports Medicine, official medical trainers of Rebel Athletics. Meineke, doing car care right. Donato's Pizza, every piece is important. And Richter Landscape Company, a proud sponsor of Rebel Athletics.
Ray Saunders,
He's a
junior,
sophomore.
sophomore. Yeah, big hit. And, yeah, I thought he was about to fall over on his own. I really thought he was going to.
An interesting decision. I'm not really sure why he caught the ball because it either would have been a touchback or out of bounds. But maybe he's just feeling a return.
Yeah, and then he ran like he was on ice for about 5 seconds for everyone who can't see the game and is watching on YouTube. Shades Valley's offense comes back onto the field looking for a quick response. Showed some life on that first drive, but lots of times if you're an underdog team, the first drive you can come out kind of surprise the Rebels, and you needed to, and that's going to be the play clock is done. That probably Shades Valley's going to take a timeout there. Yeah. Timeout Shades Valley. And like I was saying, a lot of times that underdog team can catch the favored team by surprise, but if you don't convert, then the Rebels kind of know what you're doing. Know the play making ability of Woods. Know that he's dangerous
for sure.
It's first down and 10 for the Mounties at their own 14-yard line. Woods sends a man in motion. It's a handoff to him. It's a little jet sweep, and he's going to be tackled out of bounds for maybe 2 yards, maybe.
Terrific contain there by Jay Harris.
Yeah.
Not letting him get anything. Trying him right out of bounds.
2 minutes, 26 seconds as the clock stops after he runs out of bounds. So there's the refs had an official timeout talking to the Shades Valley players. Twice now we've seen the refs being a little confused on what exactly was going on. Woods sends Brandon Jackson in motion. Woods takes the snap, rolls out to his left, is under some pressure. There's a penalty down. It's going to be a hold. He picks up some yards, maybe 2 or 3, but it's probably coming back. I'm assuming the Rebels are going to choose to push him back another 10. I'll be shocked if that's not a holding call.
For sure.
See what the ref has to say, and it is holding against the Mounties. And go ahead and back them up. It's going to be second down and probably about 18.
Be interesting to see if Shades Valley elects to go to a pass. They really have not done that much.
Yeah, and they found some success through the air early on, so it's kind of...
They've really kind of shied away from it, though.
Yeah.
Throughout the second half of the game, second quarter, I should say. Especially pinned deep in your own territory.
Woods takes a snap. It's a speed option to number 5. Number 5 has some space. He's going to pick up 6-7 yards. And so it's going to be a 3rd down and 12 from the Rebels. Or 3rd down and 12 for the Mounties. And they're going to take a timeout.
This quarter is presented with limited commercial interruption courtesy of Century Heating, Air, Plumbing, and Electrical, conveniently located in Vestavia Hills. Century Heating, Air, Plumbing, and Electrical has been providing 24/7 services to the Birmingham metro area for over 35 years. This quarter is presented with limited commercial interruption courtesy of Century Heating, Air, Plumbing, and Electrical, conveniently located in Vestavia Hills. Century Heating, Air, Plumbing, and Electrical has been providing 24/7 services to the Birmingham metro area for over 35 years.
So the Mounties offense coming back onto the field, 3rd and 11 at their own 14-yard line, looking for a big play. Third down and 11. Woods drops back to pass. It's a little screen play, but there's going to be no room there. And number 2 actually fights for 4 or 5 yards, but set up a long 4th down.
So as you said about getting the ball back, now there's 2 minutes and 10 seconds still on the clock, and it's 4th down. Mounties deep in their own territory. They're really forced to punt this ball away. The Rebels will have time to go, make a drive happen.
Yeah, that's a big stop. 2 minutes, like you said, 2 minutes left to go. Rebels need to get that ball back. And this punter did not have a very good kick, the first kick. So, if it's a little short, maybe Will can catch it and have some space to return. Having to take a lot of fair catches. Teams just won't kick to him, which makes sense. So, it's a line drive kick. Will's going to catch it, run, and, take it up, keeps that ball from rolling because it was going to roll a long way.
And, that'll be good field position with 2 minutes to go, just 40 yards to score. And I fully expect to see Eli going back to the air after he had a very, very good display of passing the last drive.
First down and 10 for the Rebels at the Shades Valley 40-yard line. Plenty of time for this potentially potent passing attack to take advantage and score. Eli takes a snap, drops back to pass, has his man. It's Chandler Merrill, and it's just a little bit overthrown. Just the timing between the quarterback and receivers tonight is just a little off.
Actually, on that play, just decided to watch Chandler, figuring it would be a pass play, and I saw him kind of run that little out route sort of slowly and then cut up the field, and I immediately knew that was the play design. Just missed him there.
This quarter is presented with limited commercial interruption courtesy of Century Heating, Air, Plumbing, and Electrical, conveniently located in Vestavia Hills. Century Heating, Air, Plumbing, and Electrical has been providing 24/7 services to the Birmingham metro area for over 35 years.
It really seemed like, I just looked up. Eli threw that ball, and Jackson Trauma was standing wide open, really no one around him.
Yeah.
Great throw by Eli, too.
Yeah, we've been utilizing the tight end more tonight. So first down and 10 for the Rebels. 1 minute, 48 seconds left to go. Ball at this Mounties 24-yard line. Eli takes the snap. It's a handoff to Teo. Teo has a little bit of room if he can make. Oh, and that's a sure tackle. Number 14. Now, were they going to call that a face mask or were they going to call that a hold against Peyton?
Not sure what they're going to call that.
If that's a hold against Peyton, that really hurts because he didn't need to. But I think.
It looked like it was coming a little behind Peyton, so.
Peyton just pointed like it could be going the other direction. Like it's going to be on the defense.
Face mask.
Face mask. Yeah, that's what I thought. And they might have grabbed Peyton's face mask because the flag was thrown near Peyton, and Peyton kind of went like this to the coaches.
Yeah, and it didn't really look like Teo did get face mask, so interesting call there. I think I'm going to go with what you said about Peyton getting face mask.
So a minute 40 left now. It's first down for the Rebels. The chains have not been moved yet. I don't know what they're doing, but it is first down and 10 from the. Is it first down and 10? That's a face mask. That should be a 15-yard penalty, automatic first down. Eli drops the snap. It's a pitch to Teo. Teo cuts to the left. He has some running room, and then there's a late flag. And so we'll wonder if that'll be coming back. And it's on the opposite side of the field. I just don't, it's one of the things where I don't know if we really needed the hold there. If Teo's running on the left side of the field, it's probably an unnecessary holding play on the Rebels. And, there it is. Drive killer, as I like to say, because it's going to push the Rebels back. Luckily, we were in a 1st and 5 situation, but it's going to push the Rebels back. And we don't have all that time to score. We don't have a lot of time to score.
I watched Chandler out there, one-on-one up towards the top.
100%. So first down and about 12 for the Rebels. Eli sends Wells in motion. It's a fake pass. He has Wells. He eludes one man and almost completes the Teo. If Eli has a little bit more time to look and make his reads, Wells is wide open, but he didn't. And I think Chandler was coming open, but Eli didn't have the time.
For sure.
And great play, really, eluding the defender and just passing the ball incomplete for second down and 12. Come on, Rebels. Big play right here. Second down and 12, 25-yard line. 1 minute, 7 seconds left to go in this first half, looking to extend their lead to a 2-score. Eli drives back to pass, has his man Peyton. Peyton completes catch, runs up field. He's going to pick up about 7 yards. He's going to set up a 3rd down and 5, I would say.
Rebels look to hustle to the line here. Under a minute to go now.
Eli looks for Chandler, and it's a quick play, but it falls incomplete, and it's going to be 4th down.
Here comes the field goal unit.
Field goal unit, probably a smart field goal, making a 2-score game, and it keeps Shades Valley from having that one big play that kind of running against play, and to make it a tie game. So it's big field goal right here. McMeans needs to step up and drill this. McMeans steps up. The kick has the length for sure, and it is good. Great play by McMeans. Really needed that to make it a 2-score game.
He's been absolute money this year on his field goals, extra points.
Yeah, absolutely.
I am yet to say I have not seen him miss. I don't believe I've seen him miss yet this year.
From anywhere?
From anywhere.
He missed a field goal.
Missed field goal?
Yeah, in the Spain Park game, or one of the games. It went a little short, but that was drilled. And so that's the only kick I can remember.
Gotcha.
And the important thing is, field goal, that's, sometimes I can accept a miss or two. Extra points, you got to drill every single one of those, and he has drilled every single one.
Really stepped up this year. Thankful that he'll be back again next year.
This quarter is presented with limited commercial interruption courtesy of Century Heating, Air, Plumbing, and Electrical, conveniently located in Vestavia Hills. Century Heating, Air, Plumbing, and Electrical has been providing 24/7 services to the Birmingham metro area for over 35 years. This quarter is presented with limited commercial interruption courtesy of Century Heating, Air, Plumbing, and Electrical, conveniently located in Vestavia Hills. Century Heating, Air, Plumbing, and Electrical has been providing 24/7 services to the Birmingham metro area for over 35 years.
Back to number 22, man, he can just not stay on his feet. He is running, and he is just going to be tackled at the 10-yard line. Good coverage from the Rebels. Maybe next time just think about letting that ball bounce to the end zone. 32 seconds left to go.
I expect the Mounties here to just run the ball, avoid any further catastrophe that might happen, kill the clock, send this one to halftime.
And not the start we expected. As far as I expected, a little bit more points, a little bit bigger plays, but we'll take it. We'll take 10-0 going into halftime. And, the blessing in disguise here is the starters get a little bit more play time, most likely. Good tackle here from the Rebels defense, trying to just push this game into halftime. And this is a good game to work out some kinks in the offense, that have come up along the year. And to get the timing and connections back, it's going to be a timeout. Vestavia's going to take a timeout. Interesting. But we only had 2 timeouts.
This quarter is presented with limited commercial interruption courtesy of Century Heating, Air, Plumbing, and Electrical, conveniently located in Vestavia Hills. Century Heating, Air, Plumbing, and Electrical has been providing 24/7 services to the Birmingham metro area for over 35 years.
Vestavia football is presented by South Point Bank. South Point Bank, pointing you forward. And brought to you in part by Piggly Wiggly, local since forever. Chick-fil-A, Vestavia Hills. We didn't invent the chicken, just the chicken sandwich. Full Moon Barbecue, Patton Chapel Road, the best little pork house in Alabama. Century Heating, Air, Plumbing, and Electrical. Comfort systems for your home, office, or industry. Noto Promotions, the official outfitter of the Rebel Spirit Store. Andrews Sports Medicine, official medical trainers of Rebel Athletics. Meineke, doing car care right. Donato's Pizza, every piece is important. And Richter Landscape Company, a proud sponsor of Rebel Athletics.
The clock seems to have stopped here.
So they're gonna call. So the Rebels take a timeout. The Rebels took a timeout.
The ref just winds the clock here.
I don't know why they're trying to make life difficult for us up here. We're just trying to call a game and making it confusing for us.
Sure.
But now the game is going into halftime. Rebels are going to have a 10-0 lead. Drill the field goal. So that's pretty much it for this game so far. And the defense stepping up to make good plays.
For sure, minus that first drive for Shades Valley, the defense is coming on fire. Cole Johnston, Sam Willoughby, and Jermaine Arias all have 4 tackles with the addition of Cole Johnston's 1 interception.
Yes, and so with that, we're going to leave you to the homecoming festivities at halftime. We'll be back after this break.
At South Point Bank,
this quarter is presented with limited commercial interruption courtesy of Full Moon Barbecue, located on the corner of Patton Chapel Road and Highway 31. Full Moon Barbecue, the best little pork.
At South Point Bank, our goals are simple. We help business owners finance the projects that build a community. Every day, we help our customers with their banking needs. We help families buy homes to grow up in, because at South Point Bank, we believe there is only one direction to success, one direction to life, and one direction to the future. Forward. Find us online at...
This quarter is presented with limited commercial interruption courtesy of
Vestavia football is presented by South Point Bank. South Point Bank, pointing you forward. And brought to you in part by Piggly Wiggly, local since forever. Chick-fil-A, Vestavia Hills. We didn't invent the chicken, just the chicken sandwich. Full Moon Barbecue, Patton Chapel Road, the best little pork house in Alabama. Century Heating, Air Plumbing, and Electrical. Comfort systems for your home, office, or industry. Noto Promotions, the official outfitter of the Rebel Spirit Store. Andrews Sports Medicine, official medical trainers of Rebel Athletics. Meineke, doing car care right. Donato's Pizza, every piece is important. And Richter Landscape Company, a proud sponsor of Rebel Athletics.
And now we are proud to present the VHHS 2019 Homecoming Court. This year's Homecoming King is Junior Joe Visser. The Freshman Court. Mary Hogan Glenn is escorted by her father. Mary Hogan plays tennis, is a member of the VHHS choir, and is an SGA class representative, Miss Mary Hogan Glenn. Emma Nunley is escorted by her father. Emma is the freshman class director of Spirit, a member of the Stand Club, and is a competitive dancer at Jackie O'Neill School of Dance, Miss Emma Nunley. Lottie Wamsconce is escorted by her brother. Lottie is a JV Rebelette, a 9th grade SGA representative, and a member of Stand Club, Miss Lottie Wamsconce. The Sophomore Court. Laura Ellen Hayes, daughter of Rachel and Mike Hayes. She is the sophomore class director of Spirit, a member of Youth Leadership Vestavia Hills, and sings in the VHHS choir, Miss Laura Ellen Hayes. Libby Pippin is escorted by her father. She plays softball and is a member of Girls FCA and Youth Leadership Vestavia Hills, Miss Libby Pippin. Morgan Robison is escorted by her father. She is co-captain of the JV Rebelettes, a VHHS ambassador, and chairman of the new student committee for youth leadership, Miss Morgan Robison. The Junior Court. Katie Chin is escorted by her father. She is a member of the math team, speech and debate team, and the mock trial team, Miss Katie Chin. Abby Stockard is escorted by her father. She is a varsity rebelette, a Vestavia Belle, and junior class vice president, Miss Abby Stockard. Diane Westoven is escorted by her father. Diane is a varsity basketball cheerleader, the SGA director of homecoming, and a member of Youth Leadership Vestavia Hills, Miss Diane Westoven. The Senior Court. Sarah Beth Corona, daughter of Ashley and Joe Corona, is escorted by her father, Joe Corona. She is the chairman of RISE, head of the Vestavia Hills High School ambassadors, and yearbook editor, Miss Sarah Beth Corona. Grace Davis is escorted by her father. She is a varsity basketball cheerleader, president of Rebel Up Club, and a member of the choir at Dawson Memorial Baptist Church, Miss Grace Davis. Emma Faulkner is escorted by her father. She's a varsity football cheerleader, a member of Youth Leadership Vestavia Hills, and a Vestavia Belle, Miss Emma Faulkner. Kate Richardson is escorted by her father. She is co-captain of the Varsity Rebelettes, senior class director of homecoming, and vice president of Stand Club, Miss Kate Richardson. Catherine Schaffeld is escorted by her father. She is a member of the National Honor Society, Youth Leadership Vestavia Hills, Covenant Presbyterian Church Youth Group. She was recently named Miss Vestavia, Miss Catherine Schaffeld. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2019 Vestavia Hills High School Homecoming Court. Here to crown this year's homecoming queen is our 2018 homecoming queen, Miss Hannah Vines, along with Principal Dr. Tyler Burgess. Also joining them on the field are SGA President George Shamblin and SGA Director of Elections Ryan Kahn. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2019 Vestavia Hills High School Homecoming Queen is Miss Emma Faulkner.
Vestavia football is presented by South Point Bank. South Point Bank, pointing you forward. And brought to you in part by Piggly Wiggly, local since forever. Chick-fil-A Vestavia Hills, we didn't invent the chicken, just the chicken sandwich. Full Moon Barbecue, Patton Chapel Road, the best little pork house in Alabama. Century Heating, Air Plumbing, and Electrical, comfort systems for your home, office, or industry. Noto Promotions, the official outfitter of the Rebel Spirit Store. Andrews Sports Medicine, official medical trainers of Rebel Athletics. Meineke, doing car care right. Donato's Pizza, every piece is important. And Richter Landscape Company, a proud sponsor of Rebel Athletics. At South Point Bank, our goals are simple. We help business owners finance the projects that build a community. Every day, we help our customers with their banking needs. We help families buy homes to grow up in, because at South Point Bank, we believe there is only one direction to success, one direction to life, and one direction to the future. Forward. Find us online at southpoint.bank or visit any of our Birmingham area locations. South Point Bank, pointing you forward.
This quarter is presented with limited commercial interruption courtesy of Piggly Wiggly and their family of Piggly Wiggly locations. Piggly Wiggly, local since forever.
Vestavia football is presented by South Point Bank. South Point Bank, pointing you forward. And brought to you in part by Piggly Wiggly, local since forever. Chick-fil-A, Vestavia Hills. Vestavia football is presented by South Point Bank. South Point Bank, pointing you forward. And brought to you in part by Piggly Wiggly, local since forever. Chick-fil-A, Vestavia Hills. We didn't invent the chicken, just the chicken sandwich. Full Moon Barbecue, Patton Chapel Road, the best little pork house in Alabama. Century Heating, Air Plumbing, and Electrical. Comfort systems for your home, office, or industry. No-Toe Promotions, the official outfitter of the Rebel Spirit Store. Andrews Sports Medicine, official medical trainers of Rebel Athletics. Meineke, doing car care right. Donato's Pizza, every piece is important. And Richter Landscape Company, a proud sponsor of Rebel Athletics. Vestavia football is presented by South Point Bank. South Point Bank, pointing you forward. And brought to you in part by Piggly Wiggly, local.
I'd like to see our offense click on a little bit closer to full cylinders.
For sure, and just kind of a synopsis of the first half. First quarter, a little shaky on both sides of the ball. Defense didn't play exactly as well as we had hoped. Sage had a very nice drive, a great fourth down stop.
A good bend, not break. Defensive
The
drive.
offense really just didn't get going in the first quarter. But second quarter, things changed. We saw Eli start to sit back in the pocket, go through his progression, make good throws. The defense really started to step up. I just look for the Rebels to build off that in the second half and just kind of run away with this game.
I agree, and I keep the penalties down. Already 4 tonight. So it's not terrible. It's not. We don't love to see that. And then the timing with the Eli and the receivers. A couple drop passes, a couple overthrown balls, and that's the difference between Eli being 9 of 19 and probably more like 16 of 19 or 17 of 19. So, but I expect them to get back on page because they've been phenomenal all year.
Sure.
And we got to get the running game going. Only 57 rushing yards on 13 attempts is not great. So we'd like to get that more involved. So, Wells to kick the ball away. And Wells has not seen a single target tonight, which I think is a little weird.
I definitely key in on him. Then coming into the second half, he's played a big role in our offense as a receiver this year.
If I'm the Rebels, I try to kick it right down the middle of the field at number 22.
See if he brought his ice skates out for the second half.
For real. Wells to get this second half underway for the Rebels. Kicks the ball off straight to number 22. And he just decides, good call, decides to let it roll into the end zone. I still don't know if he really wanted to do that. He saw that. A little hesitation, yeah. But the Mounties are going to start the ball at their own 20-yard line. So they're looking for a quick stop. We've seen a lot of play from Lawrence and Bryce tonight, kind of filling in for some different Rebel defenders. Of course, Bennett, the other stout defensive end. Woods sends his man, A.J. Williams, in motion to him, sends another man in motion, number 17. Woods takes the snaps, a low snaps, a handoff to Williams, and big hit from Willow after Bryce Littleton sets him off his feet, and A.J.'s a little slow to get up.
Thought that hit might knock the ball free. That ball was, up towards the top of his body. Willow, as a quarterback should, put his head right on the ball, made a nice tackle. I thought that ball might come free.
Yeah. Good job by Williams to hold on to it. Woods scrambles to his left. Passes a good catch by number 2. Makes one man miss and is going to truck over a Vestavia Rebels defender and pick up the first down.
Very nice catch there.
By Dre Olds, the senior. Good catch. Woods. This offense reminds me a lot of like a Nick Marshall Auburn type of offense.
I was thinking that the very first quarter. Didn't want to say it because I'm not an Auburn fan. But yes, that is exactly what it reminds me of.
You're rolling outside. He looks like he's literally running forwards when he decides to let go of the ball. And Chase Valley's lineman got to be careful not to block downfield because, they'll get you for that.
For sure.
But, good play there by Wood. Just give the playmaker as many options that he has. So it's a Wildcat. It's a little bit of a low snap, but 5 finds a hole. and he runs for about 6 yards. So this is the second drive. There's only been 2 drives that Mounties have really gotten going, and it's the first drive of each half. So maybe that's a little bit of a slow start for the Rebels D. But Auburn is still, Auburn just saw on my phone that Auburn just landed number 2 ranked point guard Sharif Cooper.
Wow.
Which is a big pickup. 2020, that's a 5-star. So that's a big pickup for Auburn basketball.
Very big.
But Chase Valley needs to take advantage of this slow start from the Rebels defense. But still only at their own 37-yard line. Woods takes the snap, hands off, or actually keeps it, makes one move, and picks up a good gain there. 4 yards, set up a short third down.
This is the kind of play that hurt the Rebels defense last week, that read option, that continuous running.
Yeah.
Rebels played it well in the first half, so let's see, how they adapt to, more running, I should say.
I'm kind of confused how he pulled that ball out from the running back. He waited to the
kept it
last
long,
possible second, and
sure.
a good play there from Woods. Earl fakes the handoff, runs up the middle. That's A.J. Williams on the Wildcat play. Picks up, nice gain. And the Mounties are driving. We have 9 minutes and 41 seconds left to go in this third quarter. They now have the ball at midfield. Let's see if they elect to stay with the Wildcat or switch back to Earl at quarterback. Earl Woods takes a snap, rolls out to his left. Some immediate pressure for the Rebels defense. Tries to make a play, and he just chooses to slide.
That would have been a tough throw. His receiver was open there on the top of the screen, but it would be a very tough throw to go across your body with the multiple defenders coming at you. Probably the smart play to just kind of tuck it and,
and tuck it and take the sack. And, there's so much pressure there that he can't even throw the ball away.
For sure.
Multiple Rebels defenders coming at him hard. So that's a good negative play for the Rebels defense to kind of push, to limit the play calling abilities that the Mounties can call here.
Mm-hmm. Now Earl Woods wears number 15, but he's no Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes just used that left hand.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Make that throw.
Right. Crazy.
Talk about a receiving core.
Yeah.
Kansas City Chiefs.
It's illegal formation. Pass complete number 6. Might as well just to go ahead and decline it. Great tackle from Brock Payne. Mahomes got that 99 overall rating. You see that?
For sure. Guy's a beast.
Great fantasy player on my team. Automatic 25+. Yeah.
Oh, my.
Everyone was making fun of me for taking him in the 5th round. He fell to me. Man. It's a steal.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
That was directed at Carter Zulanis.
I hear
Gave
you.
me so much crap about it for
Really?
like a week. Yeah.
Can't blame me. The Chiefs are my team, so
Yeah.
I'm really hoping that we have a strong season this year and beat the Patriots in the AFC Championship, because I know that's what we're going to
Don't we all, man? Don't we all want that to happen?
But we know we all got, playoff Tom.
It's all right because the Cowboys were in the Super Bowl. So, all right. So third down, a long third down, 3rd and 22 from the Shades Valley 38-yard line. 8 minutes left to go in this third quarter. Woods takes the snap. It's a little screen pass number 2. He's going to need a lot of blocks and that's a good tackle for the Rebels defense, driving them out of bounds. That is Brock Colton, and Jay Harris. They all followed up in there. So instead of a long 4th down, definite punting situation for the Mounties. Good stop by the Rebels defense.
Yeah, after kind of a little bit of a shaky start coming out, a couple first downs from the Mounties, the Rebels really stepped up, and obviously that penalty really shot the Mounties in the foot.
Yeah, exactly.
Great stop.
Yeah, and the lack of big plays from the Mounties, like they've had a couple 15, 20-yard rushing, but no 60-yard pass or 60-yard run, and that's allowed the Rebels defense to keep the shutout up on the board. Will Brooks fair catch it? It's kind of a weird punting kind of took his time.
Both been low, the ones we've seen tonight.
I feel like if we can send them pressure after him and put some pressure on his thought process, he will not be able to get off as good of a punt.
Yeah, he's taking a little bit of a time, get it, catch it, set. It's a little rugby-style punt. See, I'm all for the pressure. I love exciting plays.
So the Rebels offense back on the field. Eli Sawyer with Neese and AJ either side of him. It's a handoff to AJ. AJ tries to get some running room, runs up the middle, and picks up solid gain, 6 yards, 5, 6 yards.
Very good decision there by AJ to see that he did not have enough room to the outside and decided to cut that ball up the field. And as you said, he gets a great gain of 5 or 6 yards.
It's a very good
That's
play
what
there.
we need, constant 5 or 6 yard gains, and ultimately that's going to put us in the end zone.
Eli under center in the I formation, 2nd down and 5. Eli drops back to pass, which I love to see. It's a little trying to set up a screen pass, and there's nowhere. Throw it away, and he gets sacked. Unable to throw it away there as he's, in the Shades Valley did a good job at reading that screen pass. Nowhere for Eli to go, and he just has to take the sack.
Yeah. So I would say an obvious passing down here.
Yeah, obvious passing down a long 3rd down, and it's a good call trying to catch them, off guard with a screen pass, but they just guarded it well. They guarded AJ. The D lineman stayed on him, and there was nowhere for Eli to go.
Let's see if the Rebels go to the shotgun to give Eli some more pocket time. So they'll like to go in the eye. I feel like when they go in the shotgun, Eli has more time in the pocket and makes better throws.
Makes sense. Eli fakes the pitch. Under pressure again. Trotman missed his block, and it is another sack from the Rebels, from the Mounties. Eli goes down once again. It's going to be 4th down and a mile for the Rebels offense.
So a bit of a slow start for both offenses, to say the least, coming out in the second half. So we'll see if there's some more fireworks to come, or...
That's a tough drive right there. 6 minutes with the clock ticking in the 3rd quarter. McMeans punts the ball away.
For a second, he might drop it there.
Yeah,
with that ball.
That was a good fair. He had to catch that because if he dropped it, there was no chance.
All over it.
Yeah, near there.
Speaking of drop punts, I think it happened 2 weeks ago, but how about the old Cyhawk game, the ending of that one? Did you see the end of that Iowa State game?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Talk about tragic.
Yeah, for real. It's a rough way to lose.
Sure is.
This quarter is presented with limited commercial interruption courtesy of Piggly Wiggly and their family of Piggly Wiggly locations. Piggly Wiggly, local since forever. This quarter is presented with limited commercial interruption courtesy of Piggly Wiggly and their family of Piggly Wiggly locations. Piggly Wiggly, local since forever.
So Rebels defense back on the field. I think they need to get a turnover to get this offense back in the game. We just got to get a short field. It's a good pass out from Earl to number 2, A.J. Williams. Or no, that's Trey Olds, the receiver. And, the Mounties are still in this football game. They're a big play away from making this a really interesting game.
For sure. I think the biggest thing I've seen on defense for the Rebels tonight has been their tackling. Whenever we, have a play like that, for example, a play in open space, every time our defender makes contact with the offensive player, he's just getting driven back,
Exactly.
There's no contact forward after contact.
And it's a good thing our defense is on our game tonight.
For sure.
We really needed it. So that's a 1st down for the Mounties. Good, strong run from A.J. Williams, taking it to the Vestavia 42-yard line. So the Mounties are driving a little bit in Vestavia territory. Earl motions the man. It's a fake. It's a QB keeper, and it is well defended. And there's going to be a block in the back.
Flag towards the line of scrimmage and a flag up by the 1st down marker.
And that's just an unnecessary penalty from the Mounties, but we'll take everything we can get because that it's a 2 or 3 yard gain instead it's a 10-yard loss.
Mm-hmm. This is the second time it's happened now. The Mounties continue to have, their good drives. They have penalties that just shoots themselves in the foot.
Yeah, blocking the back for something that, it was either 3 or 5 yards. Instead it's -10.
For sure.
So a drive killer, 1st and 20 for the Mounties. They're going to need to throw it through the air because, Woods, he's had some good throws, only has 37 yards passing. They're all short completions. So the Rebels can see if they can test his arm strength here and make him make a big play with his arm.
I'm very surprised that Mounties have not elected to give Earl Woods more run-pass options because he has some extreme athleticism. And I think, when he gets in space with athleticism, he can make things happen. If you have the option to throw or the option to run, you have, first of all, 2 options there, but multiple options to do a lot of things. And with his skill set, I think that'd be something they should look to more.
First and 20 for the Mounties, back on their side of the field. That's going to be a run play here or something. Yeah, it's a quick jet sweep to number 2. There's no running room for him, and it's a good tackle. And a bunch of Rebel defenders led by Will Brooks. A loss of maybe 1. Just ran out of room, has some speed, but just couldn't cut it upfield. That's Dre Olds, the senior receiver for the Mounties, unable to pick up any yards.
Got to say, I love the play call there, but Jerry Judy or Henry Ruggs is not your receiver. And when those 2 guys are your receivers, that little pitch play usually is taken to the house for Bama.
Yeah, exactly.
But
exactly.
Here we're not dealing with
a little
those
bit better
guys.
blocking, too. Yeah.
A little bit. Otherwise, I do like the play call.
Yeah, I agree. I thought I cut our defense off guard a little bit. Woods takes the snap. It's a handoff to A.J. Williams, and he's going to be brought down by Sam Willoughby. Good ankle tackle instead of a long 3rd down. And just like that, holding penalty. You're driving, got the ball on the other side of the team field, and then you blink of an eye, it's 3rd and 20.
And this is the weakness for the Mounties. We said, great player in Earl Woods, but we really have yet to see him air the ball out deep.
No.
And this is the situation that the Mounties just do not want to be in.
Because you don't want to, you can't really test the Rebels' tackling ability.
For sure.
The Rebels they can make some tackles. So
look at the stat board. Willow already has 7 tackles, Cole with 6, Jermaine with 5, and that's just a bunch more to follow with 4 and 3.
Yeah. Cole with the 1 sack, 2 tackles for loss, and an interception. Back-to-back really strong performances, and there's a hold, and so that is just that is a dumpster fire of a play there. You hold and fail to make a completion. So I'm assuming that penalty is going to be declined, and it's going to set up a 4th and 20. There's 2 flags on the play. Well, that was intentional grounding. I guess they didn't get across the back of the line of scrimmage, maybe? Again, the play gets worse and worse. But
give him a hold here.
Holding, declined, intentional grounding. Except, loss of down. It doesn't really. So it's going to be 4. Oh, my goodness. It is going to be 4th and 40. And that's a big, because now instead of Will returning at the 25, he's returning at midfield.
Mm-hmm.
I wish the scoreboard, man, would change this. I kind of interested to see how long this 4th down is, but it's about 4th and 40, 45.
Yeah, 4th and 44.
4th and 44.
4 is across the board.
And it's fair
helicopter kick.
But we'll take it. Ball at midfield. The offense has got to put some points on the board.
I got to say, if the offense puts a touchdown up here, you could just about say this one's over. The Mounties offense just looks horrendous.
Really dropped
right
off.
Now.
Yeah. They can't get behind the sticks. Their offense is all to get. It's kind of like it's not a triple option team, but kind of like pick up 4 yards, pick up 4 yards, pick up 4 yards, first down. They're not we lost. They can't pick up 15 yards really.
Correct.
Not really. Not consistently enough.
You'd love to see the Rebels run away with this homecoming game too.
Me too, man. Me too. I really wanted to see that. So Eli drops back, pitches to AJ. AJ runs up the middle. Is going to pick up 6 yards, and want to see more of that. Oh, and the ump is down. He took a hard hit there, but he's back and okay.
You got to wonder how many times that's actually happened to those guys, because I'm sure that happens.
Yeah, they better come ready to take some hits, man.
Yeah, for real. Some tough dudes.
He got decked.
He did.
2nd and 5.
Here's Wells coming into the game. We both, you were the one who said at halftime, hasn't had a target yet.
Has not had a single
So
target.
let's see, maybe is this the play we're looking to utilize him? Got a one-on-one matchup here at the bottom of the screen.
Or look to either him or Chandler, man. They're destined for a big play right now. Pitch to AJ. AJ has a good hole, and it's filled up by number 25. He's going to be short of the first down. AJ wants a face mask.
Got to say, so far, I mean, it's 2 runs on this drive, but AJ has done a very good job of just hitting the hole and going instead of trying to bounce it outside.
I
agree. It's working. I mean, you see, a 5-yard gain there, about a 4-yard gain here. Set up with a quick, easy 3rd and 1.
3rd and 1, minute 56 left to go in the 3rd quarter. Eli pitches to Jake Levant on the there's a timeout flag. Coach Anderson is not happy about something.
False
start. And Jake had the first down, maybe some more yards. So obviously Jake's going to check out of the game. That's our short yardage package.
I'd expect to see a ball thrown to Chandler Merrill right here.
You know what? I'm feeling it too.
One of those quick
5-yard
stops that Chandler is very, very good at those routes.
Chandler's, besides the touchdown play, probably got the play of the game, keeping that drive alive over there when he was getting passed interfered all over. Yeah. Eli bobbles the snap, tries to run for it, and he is to be taken down. That happens way too often. I don't understand how that happens so much this late in the season. We've seen that all year.
We've had some fumbling,
we've seen
some
that all year.
issues, really throughout the year. Something that needs to get ironed out really before we hit our tough stretch of games with Hewitt, Thompson, Hoover. Yeah.
Hoover, It goes Trustful next week, Thompson. I think Hoover. I think it's back-to-back-to-back, maybe. There could be Oak Mountain could be in a little bit.
Oak Mountain's the 25th. That's a week after Hoover.
Yeah, it is. Trustful, Thompson, Hoover.
That's a penalty. That's
and
big.
We'll take it, baby.
That is big.
Finally, a penalty goes our way. You love to see it.
Number 4, Sam Howard, is absolutely fired up for Shades Mountain.
He is frustrated.
Not too happy with that.
That Marlon Sewell. Usually I don't cheer that much for roughing the passer or roughing the kicker penalties, but we needed that.
That was a huge penalty. And now the Rebels, with 22 seconds left to go in the 3rd quarter, can essentially just run this game away with a fresh set of downs here, getting late in the game.
So, is that a roughing or running? I think. So it might just be a running into the. Okay, so it's just a running into the kicker.
4th and short.
So it's 4th and short, but we needed that. Jake, our man's coming back into the play. And I think, I want to see maybe not this game because I don't want to give it away against a team like Shades Valley, but that's got to be setting up some sort of fake. You see Jake come in, they're going to expect run.
True.
Eli drops back to pass, and that's dangerous. But I want to see a run here. Good block. Good. Jake makes one man miss, and he's going to pick up the first down, makes another man. Jake, what an athlete. Picks up the first down. And, there's some penetration there. Like, Shades Valley could have made the tackle in the backfield, but Jake, it takes a lot to bring him down.
Speaking of athlete, the only time I've ever had the opportunity to play against Jake Levant was my freshman year in basketball. He was on the JV team at that time. And scrimmaging him, one time I found myself down low on him. Wasn't too fun.
Yeah.
A little size mismatch there.
Yeah. Jake has been one of those guys that ever since, 7th grade, 8th grade at Moody Park Middle School, he's just looked like a man. Got the veins, got everything. Everyone, we had a lot of great athletes, but Jake has looked like a full-grown adult since probably 7th or 8th grade. And that shows he's going to be a D1 athlete.
For sure.
So that is the end of the 3rd quarter. Rebels up 10-0, driving with the ball at the Mounties' 35-yard line.
This quarter is presented with limited commercial interruption courtesy of Piggly Wiggly and their family of Piggly Wiggly locations. Piggly Wiggly, local since forever.
Vestavia football is presented by South Point Bank. South Point Bank, pointing you forward. And brought to you in part by Piggly Wiggly, local since forever. Chick-fil-A Vestavia Hills. We didn't invent the chicken, just the chicken sandwich. Full Moon Barbecue, Patton Chapel Road, the best little pork house in Alabama. Century Heating, Air Plumbing, and Electrical. Comfort systems for your home, office, or industry. No-Toe Promotions, the official outfitter of the Rebel Spirit Store. Andrews Sports Medicine, official medical trainers of Rebel Athletics. Meineke, doing car care right. Donato's Pizza, every piece is important. And Richter Landscape Company, a proud sponsor of Rebel Athletics.
This quarter is presented with limited commercial interruption courtesy of Piggly Wiggly and their family of Piggly Wiggly locations. Piggly Wiggly, local since forever.
Quarter. Only going to put some points up on the board. Eli has AJ and Nice in the backfield. Eli drops back to pass. It's a little curl route. Good catch by Peyton. Good throw, too. Eli throwing it away from the defender.
I've just decided that this is my new favorite Rebels formation, the back in that shotgun.
Yeah.
I think there's so much potential for big playability when Eli sits back in the shotgun.
Yeah, because Eli's got, when Eli has to take a 5-7 drop before he kind of even looks up, they're going to be pressure in his face, and he's going to find a receiver. So when he already can be back there and not have to move back, it's an advantage for Eli. AJ tries to make a man miss, fights forward for positive yards. It's going to be close to a first down, probably going to be a 3rd and 1.
I love what I'm seeing here from A.J. Powell. He's really, committing to hitting the hole instead of bouncing it up, to the outside. Really looking like a different back this half.
Yeah. 3rd and 1 with 11 minutes to go in this game. Rebels have the ball at the Mounties' 29-yard line. Eli in the I formation. Teo is in the backfield. Wells is the receiver. The pitch is to Teo. Teo bounces upfield and picks up the first down. Down to the Mounties' 25-yard line. Good play right there.
Very good.
Keeps the clock moving. I just saw Owen Ford walk into the building. Student faculty basketball game MVP. Really just balled out in the Tweety Bird jersey. If you missed it, I'm sorry. It was a performance to see. But
Oren and I were going through his game plan in first period of physics, Mr. Bittinger's class.
Oh, yeah.
Owen told me he was, looking to come out on fire.
And he did.
He did.
Just draining threes from
left
every
and
corner.
right. I think he finished with, close to 30?
Yeah. Close to 30, probably like 27, 28. So Eli takes the timeout with 10 minutes, 19 seconds left, trying to get this play call right, and the Rebels trying to punch it in the end zone.
I think I did see that number 48, sophomore running back Pierce Hanna, has entered the game. So it'll be good to see him get some carries here late in this game. And I think he really, even being the sophomore back, if they say 3rd on the depth chart, might be the most physical back we've got. He's not afraid to run over anyone. Yeah. He's not afraid to hit the hole.
Oh, no doubt.
And that's really always been Pierce's personality. He's never afraid to back down from a challenge. Very scrappy, gritty player.
And just an incredible athlete, too. He got called up to varsity for the playoffs last year for baseball as a freshman. I mean, and he could play catcher this year because I feel like they're going to try to get him involved somehow because Thomas Watson, I believe it's collarbone or labrum, maybe. Labrum. Yeah, that's a big loss for the baseball team.
Pierce is an exceptional hitter, too.
Yeah. When I was thinking of Pierce, I think of that video, on his Instagram with the bat flip, the home run.
That was quite a day.
Yeah. Very talented player.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and Pierce checks back into the ball game after the timeout as the running back. Nice is your fullback. Peyton and Chandler are the 2 receivers. And Chase Valley Band, letting us hear it over there. Strong in this game. Pitches to Pierce. Pierce fights off one man and pushes forward for positive yards. And Pierce is always going to fall forwards, man. He's always going to keep those legs churning. And great play, because that was a tackle for loss. And instead he's going to pick up 5 yards instead of a short second down.
Very physical run. I got to believe here if the Rebels punch it in, and it's just the icing on the cake here. Time winding down. 17-point lead. Mounties have not really showed much offense this game.
Yeah, but this team wants a touchdown. The fans want a touchdown. We want a touchdown. Everyone but Shays Valley wants a touchdown.
For sure.
Eli, face the pass, face the run, has his man Nice, and has to pick up a first down. Good play right there. That's finally set up. They've been wanting to have that play for a while now, and the Mounties did a good job defending it, but good play there.
Hats off to Nice there, too, because that's a very tough catch, kind of running out. You're maybe not, positioned the best way possible to make that catch, but Nice, focuses in, makes the catch, and is able to get that first down.
I like what the Rebels have done tonight. Eli has 21 passing attempts. I love it. Only 11 completions, but like I said, he's been on fire this second half, and there's a couple of drops, a couple of overthrown balls that it's just a couple quick fixes, and his stat line would be insane. So Pierce takes the ball, fights forward, going to pick up 5 yards, gets him a second down and 5.
Here comes Jake Levant back into the game. He's going to replace Pierce Hanna, I believe.
Yes. Second down, kind of goal line situation.
Very good job, though, from Pierce coming into the game and really stepping up, playing a big role.
And, and that's his first 2 snaps of the game. He comes in a pressure situation in the 4th quarter and performs flawlessly. So hats off to him. Second and goal from the 4. Charlie Hughes is in motion. Eli pitches to Jake. Jake is going to be tackled for a loss there. Good job. And oh, man, oh, my God. Is that not a penalty? Is that not a penalty?
Looks like it to be a bit late.
Is that not a penalty? All right. Well, a Vestavia defender was thrown, or offensive lineman was thrown, and I'm glad to see Jake get up there because I saw that defender had his leg and he was kind of twisting around, and all the defenders coming at him. And the last thing we need is Jake Levant getting hurt on offense.
For sure. Nice job there with that defensive end. I believe the right end driving the tackle he was facing right into the gap, and Jake Levant ended up running into his own lineman, blowing up the play.
Eli drives back to pass. He has Trotman, but he looks, and that's a touchdown. Wells Watts, please call it complete. Touchdown, Rebels. Woo! Needed that.
Great catch.
Great catch by Wells.
There's Wells.
Like I said, man.
You talked about it.
Need to get Wells the ball.
You talked about it.
He's a red zone threat. That's where he loves to perform. And, Trotman was open for a second. Eli, waiting for Wells to get open. Completes it to Wells. Good throw. Great catch. McMeans on for the extra point. The kick is up, and it is good. Cash money from McMeans. It's automatic. We're going to take a break.
This quarter is presented with limited commercial interruption courtesy of Chick-fil-A, conveniently located in Vestavia Hills. Chick-fil-A. We didn't invent the chicken, just the chicken sandwich. Vestavia football is presented by South Point Bank. South Point Bank, pointing you forward. And brought to you in part by Piggly Wiggly, local since forever. Chick-fil-A, Vestavia Hills. We didn't invent the chicken, just the chicken sandwich. Full Moon Barbecue, Patton Chapel Road, the best little pork house in Alabama. Century Heating, Air Plumbing, and Electrical. Comfort systems for your home, office, or industry. No-Toe Promotions, the official outfitter of the Rebel Spirit Store. Andrews Sports Medicine, official medical trainers of Rebel Athletics. Meineke, doing car care right. Donato's Pizza, every piece is important. And Richter Landscape Company, a proud sponsor of Rebel Athletics.
Going to set up a first down and 10 for the Mounties at their own 25-yard line. Rebels looking to get another quick defensive stop, get this ball back to their offense, and just score some style points. Everyone loves some style points. And maybe, I don't know when we'd put second stringers in, but give some, backups a chance to perform and play on homecoming. It's a special night for a lot of these players and people in the stands, alumni and others. Sorry. That's going to be a short run for A.J. Williams. It's going to be second down and 9.
And Cole Johnson has been all over the place. Yeah. I believe that's his 7th tackle.
Yeah, tied with Willoughby for the lead. But over the last 2 games, Cole Johnson has 22 tackles. A sack. I can't remember. I think he had 1 tackle for loss last game because, Mountain Brook was just a bunch of short plays to get up the field. But a sack tonight, 2 tackles for loss, an interception, and 7 tackles. All-around great game. Woods, a little speed option, but it keeps it. It's going to be close to the first down.
There. I believe that was Cole again on that tackle. Really, it's been everywhere, as we kept saying.
Woods has a first down and 10 at their own 35-yard line. It's a little quick screen. And, ooh, good hit for Will Brooks. You keep them from picking up any more yards.
Best thing I think I've seen, I shouldn't say the best, I feel like I say the best thing a lot. One of the better things I've seen from this Rebels defense this year has been the pursuit of the ball by multiple Rebels. As you see there, you know, play being made by, I think it was Sam Willoughby over there, and maybe Cole Johnston, and then Will Brooks comes in and makes a huge hit. Big-time gang tackle. That's what we love to see.
I just don't think Woods has that much of an arm. You know, I've not seen anything go on the field, but he made a couple of big throws in the first that first drive they almost scored on. Good run from A.J. Williams to pick up the first down. You go.
Going back to what you said, I think kind of about Auburn. I mean, Nick Marshall was besides that,
had an arm, but didn't have a lot. Didn't have a lot of accuracy.
Yeah, but he's that same type of quarterback, very elusive, can make plays with his feet. Loves that kind of read option offense. But as you can tell, it's not going to work out in the end, is it?
This quarter is presented with limited commercial interruption, courtesy of Chick-fil-A, conveniently located in Vestavia Hills. Chick-fil-A. We didn't invent the chicken, just the chicken sandwich.
Do these kind of Christmas tradition things. We did a Hanukkah thing, and we made Hanukkah wishes. I made a few wishes. One of my wishes actually was Kelvin Benjamin catches the game-winning touchdown pass against Auburn in the national championship.
Was she happy with you, or did
no, but I will say that is the only Hanukkah wish that has come true for me. But it was a good one.
Yeah, depending on how you look at it. Yeah,
for sure.
Oh wow, that is a good story.
It was something else, to say the least.
So first down and 10 for the Mounties at their own 45-yard line. Brings A.J. Williams into the backfield. Woods takes the snap, hands it off to A.J. A.J. runs to the right, and he's going to be met by multiple Rebels. That's going to be Bennett Wisenhunt and Colton Horn.
Believe so.
Yes, I believe so. Yes. Colton and Bennett. So second down and 10 for the Mounties. 5 minutes, 22 seconds left to go. Kind of like a fake screen, and then decides to throw it. And, good stiff arm from the receiver. And he's going to force that bound by Josh Cheatham after he picks up the first down. Good play by Dre Olds, the senior receiver, to keep the ball moving for the Mounties.
Although that's his first tackle tonight, Josh Cheatham really has stepped up in a big way over the past couple of games in Wilson Owens' absence. You've mentioned that he had been struggling with a few minor injuries that have been keeping him out in a limited role. And Josh Cheatham has really stepped up.
And you hate to see it because Wilson's had a lot of injuries over the years. And right now I see Eli and our center working on snaps, and I like to see that. A.J. Williams, we've met again, Will White, Jake, Cole, Cheatham, every defender on our team right there was pretty much on that tackle.
So I just saw number 33, Trey Saunders, run into the game, a sophomore. Saw him make a big play on special teams earlier in the first half. Now, looks to be entered in on defense with time winding down, homecoming game. We'd like to see our backups get a little bit of experience.
Woods on 2nd and 8, looking for a man to throw the ball, and that is high, a little bit high, just barely over the top of his head. That landed on the track. So that pass is going to fall incomplete. But, he had, what I was going to talk about is they had those two throws in that first drive, big third downs that were, really good bullet throws. I was kind of worried. And then they haven't, gone back to that. So maybe that was, one of his couple only good throws of the night. Woods brings number 6, Noah Freeman in motion, senior running back. Woods takes the snap. It's a speed option, but he keeps it. And good tackle by Jake to, even though he's able to tackle forward, keeps him from picking up more yards.
Great read there by quarterback Earl Woods, making the right read. Really almost turned that up for a big gain. And as you said, great play by Jake Levant to get his feet and bring up a 4th down here.
Just under 4 minutes and 20 seconds left to go in this ball game. It is big 4th down here. Rebels trying to get the ball back. Mounties at the ball at the Rebels' 37-yard line.
If they try to draw him off sides there.
Yeah, a little bit of a quiet, pretty good drive here for the Mounties. 9 plays, 38 yards. It's going to be an option. Oh, it is read beautifully, and that is a really dumb decision, and that's going to be the Rebels' ball. They're going to call that a forward pass, which is it? They're gonna call that grounding, I assume.
Possibly. Because he was still behind the line of scrimmage, I believe.
Yeah.
They're going to wave that off. It'll be Rebels ball.
Yeah.
3:43 to go. This should be, run the ball, kill the clock.
Yeah.
Enjoy the homecoming night.
To the homecoming night. I know we're both kind of anxious to get our plans underway. I know you're taking pictures at 10, so you got about an hour to go home and get
Roughly.
ready. Eli in the I formation, first down and 10 from their own 38-yard line after the turnover. Pierce Hanna is in the backfield. The pitch is to Pierce, and Pierce is going to, strong tackle for number 9. That's Marlon Sewell, the junior defensive back. Second down and 10 for the Rebels, but the clock keeps ticking, and that's all we need.
This quarter is presented with limited commercial interruption, courtesy of Chick-fil-A, conveniently located in Vestavia Hills. Chick-fil-A. We didn't invent the chicken, just the chicken sandwich.
Wells in motion. Drops back to pass. He has Wells. Wells catches it. Ooh, and good tackle from number 9 again, Sewell. And both Shades Valley's defenders are a little slow to get up.
Oh, and number 8, Cameron Bass is very emotional out there. Took his helmet off in response to the injured Mountie.
Wow.
Does not look terrific.
You hate to see that.
Yeah. Especially late in the ball game.
Well, it doesn't really matter.
Really just trying to get out of here. Don't really want injuries.
Vestavia football is presented by South Point Bank. South Point Bank, pointing you forward. And brought to you in part by Piggly Wiggly, local since forever. Chick-fil-A, Vestavia Hills. We didn't invent the chicken, just the chicken sandwich. Full Moon Barbecue, Patton Chapel Road, the best little pork house in Alabama. Century Heating, Air Plumbing, and Electrical. Comfort systems for your home, office, or industry. Noto Promotions, the official outfitter of the Rebel Spirit Store. Andrews Sports Medicine, official medical trainers of Rebel Athletics. Meineke, doing car care right. Donato's Pizza, every piece is important. And Richter Landscape Company, a proud sponsor of Rebel Athletics.
This quarter is presented with limited commercial interruption, courtesy of Chick-fil-A, conveniently located in Vestavia Hills. Chick-fil-A. We didn't invent the chicken, just the chicken sandwich.
At South Point Bank, our goals are simple. We help business owners finance the projects that build a community. Every day, we help our customers with their banking needs. We help families buy homes to grow up in. Vestavia football is presented by South Point Bank. South Point Bank, pointing you forward. And brought to you in part by Piggly Wiggly, local since forever. Chick-fil-A, Vestavia Hills. We didn't invent the chicken, just the chicken sandwich. Full Moon Barbecue, Patton Chapel Road, the best little pork house in Alabama. Century Heating, Air Plumbing, and Electrical. Comfort systems for your home, office, or industry. Noto Promotions, the official outfitter of the Rebel Spirit Store. Andrews Sports Medicine, official medical trainers of Rebel Athletics. Meineke, doing car care right. Donato's Pizza, every piece is important. And Richter Landscape Company, a proud sponsor of Rebel Athletics.
Initially thought, but still our thoughts and prayers go out to him and his family. Don't want to see that late in the game. Eli drops back to pass. It's intended for Chandler, and Chandler almost catches it, gets good coverage from the number 13, the defender number 43. It's a hard catch to make. So the clock stops with 2 minutes and 22 seconds left.
I believe we're going to go for it.
It's third down.
Oh.
But I don't know. The chains guy sometimes is.
For some reason, I thought I saw third down from over here. It's a bit of a long way away.
There's a penalty. Oh, perfect. Did not see a flag come down, but we'll take it.
Did they call pass interference? Because what it looked like to me.
Yeah. Just
got
there a little early. Yeah.
Finally called it.
As a big first down to keep the clock moving and the drive. Eli in the I formation. Hands it off to Pfeiffer. No room going there.
That's the belly play that we did not see last week. Not run to knees, run to Pfeiffer.
And we've seen it twice tonight. I don't know. I feel like it's
usually one of our more sneaky plays.
And it usually get, at least once a game's going to pick up about 20, 25 yards. It seems like it. It seems like every game we run it like 3 or 4 times. 2 are like 2 and 3 yards, and there's one for about 25.
This quarter is presented with limited commercial interruption, courtesy of Chick-fil-A, conveniently located in Vestavia Hills. Chick-fil-A. We didn't invent the chicken, just the chicken sandwich.
It's going to be slowing down for no gain once again. 3rd down and 10. 1:30 left to go in the game.
Might be able to run one more play if time permits, and then
one more play, and then just maybe get the punter, tell the punter to catch it, and just run around. That'd be fun to see. That would be fun to see.
Might look a little bit like Michigan State a few years back, except with not as much on the line and score not being.
Yeah, well, that was a good play.
Golly, that was insane. I just hate that.
Dude, don't bring that up. We do not want that to happen. We do not want that to happen if we did that.
Just think about punter running around.
Yeah, don't bring that up, man. So the pitch is to number 20. New running back in the game. That is number 20, Agee, the sophomore.
Brian Agee.
Yeah.
He was an electric back last year for the freshman team.
Really?
I had the privilege to call the freshman games last year. That man can play some football. He's been hurt, so it's good to see him on the field now.
That is a good play. That's good for them.
It looks like the Rebels will run a play and try to run the clock out. I'm sure Shades Valley will just allow it to happen.
I was kind of liking the punt play, but I guess, whatever. The game clock and I almost call it a shot clock, a little bit separated. And Agee's going to have clock expired, please. Yes, that's their ball game. At the end of the 4th quarter, Rebels take this ball game 17-0. And so wrapping up tonight's performance, it wasn't always pretty.